Hello, 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 guys. Hello, 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 hello. Guys, it's fine, right? And my voice is clear to everyone. So let's start with. Okay, fine. So let's start with what? Let's start with reserve keywords, reserve words in JavaScript, guys. So what are the reserve words? Are hello. So what are the reserve words? Okay, fine, guys. Hello. So let me check with this guy. It's running fine. And let's start with this. In JavaScript we can not use this reserve word as variable, so label or functions mean. So these are the totals: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 16 for the 64 total. The total is 64 keywords are there in JavaScript. Using this only we can write our code, and we can't keep this this reserve words in a variable. Okay, variable. So what is this, guys? I have some bite. Someone bited. Dangerous bited me in one hand. And what is that? You can read more about the different JavaScript versions of chapter 5. Like these are the removed words from the JavaScript: stack, double, int, synchronize, boolean, final, long, throw, byte. These are the things. All JavaScript is removed from their language. Objects and properties of methods. So these are the array methods: date, eval, functions, is none, none, prototype, values. These are the words. Methods are properties and objects are Java reserve words. So this is the Java reserve words. Get class JavaScript is often to use together with Java, and you should avoid using Java some Java objects and properties to JavaScript identifiers. Other reserve words can use as a programming language in many applications. You should also avoid the using of name HTML or use window object and properties. So these are the JavaScript reserve words. HTML event handler. So on blur, on keyword down, on load, on click, on key press, on mouse up, on error, on key up, on mouse down, on focus, on mouse shower, on submit. So these are the what HTML event handler are there. As a programming we use JavaScript. So these are the reserve words for the JavaScript. Next, object properties and methods in Java. Let's come to its JavaScript performance. So here is how we speed up our JavaScript code. So reduce activity in loop. The loop are the often used to programming. Each statement in loop, including a statement and executed for each iterations of the loop. Statement of assignment that can be placed outside the loop make faster, better code. And the length bad. So if this is also correct, right? This is also correct, but we can't go like this always. So for better performance we will go for like this. First we will in a variable we will measure the length of array, then we will go for that loop. So bad code access the length properties for the and array each time or the loop is iterated. The better code is access the length of property outside of the loop and makes the loop run faster. Okay, fine. Reduce DOM access. What is the reduced DOM access? Access the HTML DOM is very slow compared to other JavaScript statement. If if you accept to access the DOM element several times, access it once and use it as a local variable like this. What we have to do, I have to like copy this guy and I have to check I'll just give and I have to run this go the. So why I'm not getting the answer here, guys? See, so what it mean? Your code is there anywhere you given, right? Hello, hello. It should be put the hello, right? Give that hello. But why I'm not getting? It's mean that we are missing here. We are not given anywhere that demo is there, right? So why I'm not getting? So let me check with this guy here. Hello we are getting, right? So why not we are getting hello here? So what is the error here? First let me check. So nothing is error here. So in fine, let's run. Hello we are getting hello. Okay, fine. So next what is there? DOM is done, right? Reduce DOM size. So keep the number of elements DOM small. This will always improve page loading, a page speed up and rendering page display especially and smaller device. Every attempt to search and DOM get elements by tag name with the benefits for the small DOM. Avoid unnecessary variables. Don't create any new variables if you don't plan to save values. Often to use and replace the code for this. So delay JavaScript loadings. Putting your script at the bottom of the page body lets the browser load at the first page first, right? A script is downloading and browse will not start any other downloads. So in additional is all parsing and rendering activity might be blocked. HTTP specified identifies as the browser should not be download more than 2 components in parallel. So an alternative is to use def for equal to true in this script tag. The def for attributes specify that the script should be executed after the page has been finished parsing, but it only works for external script. If possible, you can add a script to the page by code and after the page it has load. Okay, avoid using with keyword. It has a negative effect of speech. So it has also clutter JavaScript scopes. With this keyword is not allowed to strict mode. Okay, fine. So this is fine, guys. We just for JavaScript better performance the loading of page and say speed our code in that DOM. So those things in a domain object. What is the DOM full form? I will be tell you that what is the full form of DOM. What is there? DOM full form. So document object model. Okay, fine. So what are the mistakes? Mistakes means you whenever you write a program, you always forgot what you sometimes like equal. Whenever the for equal you can put like double equals and comparison operators. Sometimes you put like parentheses off, right? So sometimes in conditions you be given that parentheses, right? And these are the always accepting the loose comparisons like this loose comparisons always you will do. So these are the what JavaScript we always done mistakes. So those things here we can also always have to alert with not display alert like this if you do. So confusing additions and concatenations always be done right. Confusing additions and concatenations. So these things always we did mistakes. We attending to variables can be difficult to appropriate, anticipate the results. Anticipates the results like this. And it is a 15. That is a 105. Same. Mistending floats, like using floats we done many times in that. It's saying that result is not 0.3, 0.3, 3.4. its answer is always C. Okay, fine guys. So breaking in JavaScript strings like X as a hello world. So here Java will allow you to break the statement into 2 lines. JavaScript allows, but the breaking of statement in the middle of the string will not work like this. We can't do. Okay, and so some common mistakes we have done always, right, in JavaScript. So these are these things. Misplaced semicolons, like semicolons we didn't provide, like misplaced in conditions we will put that semicolons. Breaking return statements, like return like this we have like breaking over of return. It is default JavaScript behavior to close the statement and automatically in the line. Because of this, the 2 example will return the same. So this is colon. So always be whatever these mistakes we done, right, like return undefined, the function will return undefined. But what happens when you break the return statements in 2 lines, like 2 lines will be break. So what happens, let's see. Undefined, it will be show you. Okay, fine. Explanation, let's power will try to complete the statement and then reading the next line. But since the statement is complete, this statement is complete, returns accessing arrays with named index. We already done the mistakes like this. Accessing if we try to access this, we will not access, right, and will return 3 John. So ending definition with comma, like, yeah. So these are some common mistake we always done, like points. JSON format will not accept this guy versions. It is fine here, and also double comma, but comma. Undefined values, we just provide the undefined values incorrect. So these are the some common mistakes we always does in JavaScript, any programming languages, guys. So for the alerting purpose, it's given that this blog or this particular page to tutor us. So I am telling you again, guys, I'm not practicing anything. I'm not giving any class here, net lecture, net tutorial I'm giving to you guys. I just am practicing myself here, and avoid global variable, avoid like, what is the best practice? What is the best practice to do? Like, minimize the use of global variable. This includes all data types, object and functions. Global variables functions can be overwritten by the other scripts. Use local variable instead of learn how to use clauses. Always declare a local variable. Declaration on top. So always variable used. All variables used in functions should be declared as a local variable. Its variable must be declared with the var, let and const keyword, and otherwise they are become global variable. And declaring on the top. So like this we have to declare on the top and use later. Fine. Initializing variable like this, give clear code and provide the single place of initialize variable, avoid undefined values, declaring objects with const. So always we use the object with const only, declare array with const. So yeah, this is good practice of code. Don't use any new object like this. Use the string double comma instead of new string, 0 and false in the booleans, that use curly braces instead of new object, bracket list, and these are the things it's saying. That be aware automatic type of type conservation. Be aware of automatic type conversions. See, always it's it will be give us like what type conversions in the number type of x is what it is number, right? Fine. Use comparisons. This is the comparison operator, always converts the matching types before comparison. This operator forces to comparison the values and type parameter default. So how we can the parameters, if the function is called with missing argument and value of the missing argument set of undefined values can break your code. It puts for habit and assign default values to argument. See, functions y is undefined, so always give the 0 here, like return x and y. Fine. End of switch with the defaults unknown. So date is get created. So unknown date. Today is Thursday. So what is there? Always end with switch statements with the default. Okay, that's best practice to do. Okay, default, avoid numbers, strings, and boolean as object. Always treat numbers, strings, and boolean primitive values, not declaring types of on the executive speed and produce nasty side effects. So what I'll do, I'll copy this guy, false. What we written here, let's check guys. So let has John and new string is John, right? Document.element by HTML X, just storing the value of y and also comparison. Okay, John, so it is false. Avail function used to run the text of code. The all cases should be not be necessary to use it because of allow arbitrary code to be run. It is also represent a security problem. Okay. Security problem. Style guide. So just we are practicing one by one style guides here. Let's check. Guys, some issues is happening here and with my internet right now. Okay. Some internet is going down guys here, so it's fine now again. So JavaScript coding conversions. What are the coding conventions? What are the JavaScript coding conventions? So Coding conventions are a style guideline for programming. They are typically covers naming and declaring rules for variables and functions, rules for the use white space and indentation and comments, programming practice and principles. Coding for conventions for secure quality, improve code reliability, make code maintenance easier. Coding conventions can be documented rule and turned to be follow and just be your individual coding practice. Variable names. At W3 schools, I use the camel case identifiers, names, variable and functions, and all names start with the letter. And at the bottom of the page, you will find wider discussion about name rules. Like this, we have to put the variables, guys. Space around the operators, like always put a space around the operators, like code indentations, like we have to functions always use two space for the indentations of code block. Statement rules, always end of the simple statement with semicolons. General rules of complex and compound statements, put the opening bracket at the end of the first line and use the space before the opening of bracket and put the closing bracket on the new line and in without leaving space. Do not end the complex statement with semicolon. So loops like this, conditions like this. An object rule, general rules of object identity definitions. Place the opening bracket on the same line of as the object name. Use the colon plus and one space between each property of its value. Use quad and around the string value and not around numeric values. Do not add a comma or after the last property values pair. Place the closing bracket and new line without leaving space, always in the object of definition and semicolon. So using this we can't, if we did mistake and in a single line we can write the program, but we have to follow the process of writing the program, so it will be good clear to use and understand the code and good for others team also, right? Sort object can be written in compressed one line and using space only between properties, like this. So line length less than 80, this is the line length less than it, always 80. Readability and lines longer by 18 character. Okay, so 18 character. Okay, fine. Naming conventions, always use the same naming conventions for all the your codes. For example, variable function name, camel case, global variable using written with uppercase, and constants like pi use the uppercase. Should be use hyphens, camel case and underscore variable lengths. And this is the questions programmers often discuss. The answer depends on you ask hyphens and HTML CSS hyphens. Which can starts with the data quality and data price. CSS is hyphens in properties name, font size like this, underscore Pascal case, like Pascal case is often prepared by C programmers. Underscores, many programmers prefers to use the underscore date of birth. Camel case is used for JavaScript itself and jQuery and other JavaScript libraries. Loading JavaScript in HTML, like loading JavaScript in HTML, accessing HTML elements, accessing HTML elements, like this we can access the HTML elements, guys. Here is the important thing: get ID. File extensions should be .html and .css extensions, .js extensions, JavaScript. Lowercase file name, most of the servers Apache, Unix and case sensitive about file names. Loading.jsp, London. and cannot be accessed in london.jsp. Other web server measure as not case sensitive, and JPGs can access as a london.jpg. If you use the mix of upper lower case, the you have to extremely consistent. If you move from case sensitive to case sensitive server, even image small error can be break your websites. So to avoid this problem, you always use the lowercase file names if possible. Performance coding conventions are not used by computers. Most of the rules are little impact of the executions of program. Indentations and extra space are not significant on the small script. For the code of development, readability should be preferred, and larger production script should be minimized. Guys, how we can more coding conventions we just learn here, we just practice here by reading and all. I have to just follow this always many times, and I have to follow the rules. These are the rules and conditions, terms and conditions, guys. Using these only we can make a good software, guys, for our clients or our day to for our the worlds, we can say. Hello guys, I think it is break or what. So let me check, guys, once it is working fine or what in my YouTube, because have some internet issue with today. So let me check, guys, once I'm getting proper. So what I'll be do, guys, here in this, what I'll be do, I always someone is message here. Hi Jan edit. I'll just go to your channel and I'll subscribe. This much I can do, guys, for you, and nothing else for online communication here. So let's start code debugging, guys. What is code debugging here? So let me, okay, fine, have some down, I'll keep down this guy, and what I'll be do, I'll have like this I have to do. Okay, so code debugging. So what is it? Programming code might contain syntax error or logical error. Maybe this error difficult to diagnose this. So how we can always debug the code? Let's start with, often when programming code contains errors, nothing will happen. There is a no error message will get you the indicates where the search or for errors. Searching for and fixing the error programming code is called the code debugging. Searching the error and fixing the code is called that code debugging. Okay, JavaScript debuggers. Debugging is not easy, but fortunately all modern browsers have a built-in JavaScript debuggers. Built-in debuggers can be turned on and off, forcing error to be reported by the user to the user. Use the debugger. You can also set a breakpoint place where code executions can be stopped and the extremely variables while the code is executing normally. Otherwise, we follow the step at the bottom of this page and attack debugging in the browser and F20 to 12 key and select console and the debugger. Okay, fine. So let's start, guys. Here what will we do, guys? suppose and this code, right? I'll copy and I'll just control shift D and I'll back again. See what is happening, right? If I run this one, so what will be happen? So right now I'm getting 11. It's what I'm getting the output of that code, but where in console. So if particular line have some, okay, suppose if I need before that line, suppose I have an error like what is that, console dot log, like this. I will check test and I'll just put like this, and what I'll be do, I'll do and refresh the page. So what I'll be do, I'll getting the test before the 11. Why? So before I will getting any error particular line of code, I'll just check that line by line, that debugging from where I'm getting that what is that error, which functions. If I'm getting this function is not running, just I will be check that before the line of functions. I will put console.log till here that line number 25 has functions. I will put like 24, line number 24 I will put like console.log and just check. So line number 24 is printing or not. Okay, so that is like this we can debug the code in JavaScript. And like first is right setting breakpoint. So in debugger windows we can set breakpoints in the JavaScript code. At the each breakpoint the JavaScript is stopped executing and let you examine JavaScript values. After examine values you can resume the execution of code. Typically we play the button. So what is debugger keywords? Again, debugger keyword is or stops to execution the JavaScript and calls it if available debugger functions. This has been same functions to say as the setting as a breakpoint in the debuggers. If no debugging is available, the debugger statement has no effect. If with the debugger turned on, this code will be stop executing before executing the third line. So I'll copy this guy. I'll go insert. I'll just give back and I'll refresh this guy. See what's happening? I'm not getting anything, right? So what's happening here? 75 I'm getting the answer. Fine. So 15 into 75, 15 is 5, 15 5 is 25, right? Debugger, we just use this here debugger. See if I run this, how we were getting like, okay, fine guys. Let me run go next. Major browser debugging tools: Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Opera, Safari. So these are the tools. Open the browser. From the menu select and more tools, and from the tools choose the developer tools and finally select console in the Chrome. So what I'll be do, open the browser, from the menu there this is menu, and select the more tools. Here more tools, and what is that, select the tools and select choose the developer mode. This is the developer mode, right? Developer mode, and finally selected. So right now it is I'm getting one error, my learning.lesson.test. okay, fine. In this page this is showing, right? In my page nothing. Let me check with this guy. More tools, web developer, selected, like fine. Okay, fine guys, till here we done, right? Already in debugger mode. You'll click in debugger, it will be show check console and all. Okay, fine, till here we done, right? Let's go with next Safari. So JSON, I'll come back to JSON guys. So what is the JSONs and all will be run and practice here. What I'll be do here, next I'll be do JavaScript JSON. JSON format is a storing and transporting data. JSON is often used when data is sent from the server to a web server. So server to the web server. Suppose server is a what? Server is a type of host. Server is a type of cloud. Server is a type of storing the data like somewhere in store. From there we fetch the data. From where? To web page. So using JSON only we can fetch those data. Like server means what? Storage. What is JSON? JSON stands for JavaScript object notations. JSON is a lightweight data in interchange format. JSON is a language independent. JSON is the self-describing and easy to understand. JSON syntax is derived from the JavaScript object notation syntax, but the JSON format is the text only. Code is reading and generally generating JSON data can be written in any programming language. JSON examples. So like this we can write, this is the key and this is the all value of this JSON. Okay, JSON format of evaluating the and evaluates to JavaScript object. JSON format is systematically identical unto the code and creating JavaScript object. Because of this similarity, a JavaScript program can easily convert JSON's data into a JavaScript object. Data is name, value and pair. Data is separated by commas, data curly braces to hold object and square brackets to hold array. JSON data is name and value, like name and values. Value JSON or objects like this object we can create, and we have JSON arrays like this we can create, and the JSON arrays. Okay, these are the JSON arrays. Okay, fine. Converting the JSON's text to a JavaScript object. So like this we can JavaScript objects we can convert it. Examples. So let me check with this guy. This guy has one separate example. Copy guys this one, and I'll be go to that my script file and 3DD I'll put and V. I'll back again. I'll just refresh this guy, and what I'll get the answer. Anna Smith. Why I'm getting the Anna Smith here? See, check. So employee, let text as a employee is type of array, and has a array has a this couple of codes, and const has object JSON.parse. Here only JSON.parse method only we just what changing the data document element by HTML ID object employees of one is this, and first dot name means what? John. This is object dot employees of one, last name John Doe. So we are getting that John Doe here joins Anna Smith. Why? This is 0. This is the positions of 0. This is second, Anna Smith. Fine guys, till here we done completed. What is JSON modules? How we can add a modules and how we can do all the things. One by one we will be learn. We will learn and we will we practice here in our what is that, in our terminal. So till now. What is that model? Model is what? Nothing guys here. Model is nothing. So let's JavaScript models. So AVTVs guys, AVTV hi. I'll just what I'll be do guys. I can't do anything. I just click on your channel and unsubscribe to you. That's it. I just subscribed, and what I'll be do, I'll just hey hi with next come with just give me guys. I'll come back and again start. I have to drink some water. So in JavaScript models are what? JavaScript models allow you to break your code into separate files. This makes it easier to maintain the code base. Model are the important from the external files with the import statements. Model also have rely on top model type model and the script tag. Like this we can use. So let me check this guy. So what is this model type model? Import message from the dot slash message documented element by this slash message. This is 40 years of old. So I'll be more more briefly I'll be discuss these things guys. We have more used to in JavaScript projects these things. Guys, I come back again. Just a minute, guys. Let me sit here properly, so I can more comfortably I can learn and practice. So here we have some module name, right? So what I'll be do like export module with functions and variable can be stored in any external files. There is two types of exports: name export and default exports. Name exports, let us create and file person.js. Okay, it will with things we want to export, and we want to create name export two ways in the line individually, all the ones at the bottom. .js have some code like this: default.export. So message.default.export. So const message name and all, export default message. Okay, fine. Import. So you can import modules into a file of two ways based on they are named exports or default exports. Named exports are constructed using the curly braces, and default export are not. So let me check how we can import name from the person.js after team. So from this file is I'm getting from here, this is the what export, importing the file like this, and this code is coming from I'm from 40, it is I'm getting from this person.js. Okay, so this has age and they have, right? So here age is 40, right? Name, if I put like here name, then it will be print the name Jesse, right? Guys get right? Okay, fine. So the important thing is here is just knowing the concept. So let's we completed the model, guys. So like how we are right now working with .html file and .js file. So with here we just work with two JS file in two JS file with we work with two JS file, and that we'll just write the name of that another JS file like slash, how we given write message from like this dot message.js. Okay, fine. We'll back to again our voice is done, right? Scope is done. We'll come back to scope, and in class we will do later. So what is a scope, guys? Scope is nothing but variables. Three type ones variables. How we can declare the variables? In the three way we can declare the variable: block, scopes, functions, and scope and global. Block scope means inside the curly braces we do, and function scope is what inside the local variable we call that functions. Local inside local functions. In functions we declare the variable, that is the function scope. Just a minute, I'm coming back. Okay. So guys, I'm back again. So thanks for waiting. I'm just start practicing again, and I'll continue the practicing again. JavaScript. Block scope is what? Block scope is we just declare the variables inside our curly braces. Like this we declare. For example, we will be just local scope. So this is called local scope. Inside the function we just write the declare the variables. So that is the local scope, and function scopes, that is the local. This is the block scope. That is the only block scopes, guys, function. And local scope is called that inside the function we just write the declare the variables. That is the local scope, and function scope, that is the functions. Next, global scopes. Before the functions we write the inside after the class, and before the functions before above the functions we write, that is that global scope. So let me run this global scope, guys, first. Here we declare the global scope. Global scope means nothing but this is the global variable, guys. Here we just technically change the name in JavaScript. What I'll be do 9dd 9dd 9dd. Hello, I'm not 9dd, so it is 9dd. I'll just put 5dd, so 2dd. That should be. I'll be back from here and I'll go to run, and this guy can display Volvo. So fine guys, here I'm getting that I can Volvo and functions, and I can display the functions. I can display the Volvo. This car name has Volvo. My functions run here. Okay, fine. So let's go to hosting. Hosting means what? So assigning a variables, like in JavaScript a variable can declare after it has been used. In other words, a variable can use before it has been declared. So right now you are saying here it is declaring here, but it is assigning here only, and we used here this x, but assigned where? After its use, right? So that is the hosted in JavaScript. So let me run this guy and I will practice more clearly. So have clear control Z. I'll get the answer here 5. I'm getting the 5. See what's happened here. Hosted means what? Here in this program I just declare first, then I assigning that value. Suppose right now I'll let const. If we do it in const, it will be not work, guys. If we do like here, if I run this guy, see I'll be getting error. I'm getting error. Why I'm getting error here? So uncount syntax missing equal to in const declarations. So what I'll be do here, I'll be back again, and host means here again. So let me check with JavaScript initializations or not hosted. So this is initialized but not declare. So like right now in this program it is hosted, right? Initialize later, and but so this is so assign first and declare it last. That is the hosted. So here assign declare y. Here declare y but assigned later. So this is the hosted program. We can say that hosted concept is this only. So let me run this guy. It's trouble me. Guys having some internet issue, I think. Let me check that internet is fine or what. Doro 17 is messaged me, guys, or what he is saying, like go to your channel. I'll go to your channel, guys. So what I'm reading here, Doro 7. So I'll just subscribe Doro 7 to you, and I'll just hello Dory. Fine. Have some internet issue, right? Let me correct, guys. Fine, right? So it is fine right now. My internet is. I'll copy this guy and I'll analyze 6 dd 5 dd. Okay, I'll just run the code, but is just 5 undefined. I'm getting 5 undefined. Why I'm getting the undefined? This is called undefined. First one is 5 I'm getting, right, var as x, but in y value I'm not getting. So why it's getting, why it's first it is assigning, declaring the value. If I what I'll be do here, I'll enter here set save. Okay, what I'll be do here, I'll just why it's not give me to assign the value here, guys. It's not give me to write a y, guys. Yeah, why I'm not getting the y here? First let me what I will do. Okay, fine. Okay, okay, I just declare the var later. Okay, fine. Let me check with this guy. See, I'm getting an error, missing variable name. Why am I missing the variable name? We assign later, we declare later, but assign first. Okay, fine. Till here we go. Get to know that hosted is what. So let's strict. What is the strict? Strict is nothing here. You have to just guys, I'm getting problem here, I think. So what is there? So okay, for the minutes I'll just manage myself here and I'll keep my mobile there. It is fine, guys, right now. Let me check. Hello, join. So what is this guy? So due to some internet issue, guys, I am getting this. So let me check. Okay, just a minute, guys. I am the bad position. I am sitting here. I'll remove. Yes, and I will add OBS. Like this we can add, guys. So better you guys also learn how we can use screen capture, right? Screen capture is there. Video capture we have to use. Image. What is that video capture device? Fine. Okay, this is fine, right? So right now just check, guys. My YouTube is so slowly working, so let me check with strict. Yeah, so again sit. Let me check the stream is working properly or not. So it is just a minute, guys. I'll back again. Just a minute, keep holding, you guys. Yeah, fine. I'm getting. Yes, fine. So use strict means what? Is use strict defines that JavaScript code should be executed in strict mode. Suppose if you use strict mode, right? So we are just saying that in our code that just whatever our mistakes are done in that code, so it will be checked that code is properly written or not. So use strict directives was new ECMA script version 5. It is not a statement, but is it literally expression. I ignore the earlier version of JavaScript. The purpose of use strict is to indicate that the code should be executed in a strict mode. Will be strict mode. You cannot, for example, or declaring variables. All the modern browser should support the use strict. So declaring a strict mode. Strict mode is a declaring by adding use strict the beginning of the strict of the functions, and declaring the beginning of the strict. It has global scope. So like this we just give the strict, right? So what I'll be do, what I just copy this guy. Okay, what I'll be do, I'll copy this guy, and in the here I'll be put let me copy this guy first. Yeah, so writing of this here, we just given one strict method here. So what it has happened, using strict we can just saying our browser just check means strictly it will be verify the code, you can say that. Okay, fine guys, I'll refresh. So undesign declare wherever why I'm getting the y undesign here. So let me check why has not declared, but it's mean that only we are giving the our debugger mode that this will be cause of an error y is not defined. So strictly is checking our that page. Okay, so fine guys, till here the purpose of we know that strictly it is check that whole code, right? And use strict syntax. The syntax is declaring strict mode was designed to be compatible with the older version of JavaScript. The compiling the number of literals 4 plus 5 or the string literals John Doe is the JavaScript program has no side effect. It is simply compiles to the non-existing variables on dice. Simply sometimes what we forgot, right? Like some variables names to specify. So that time if we use like this time we can use, then it simply it will be run. Let me check this way, and so what will be happen here, I'll check. Simply I'll giving the use strict method here. It's trying me will cause an error. This will cause an error and this will cause an error. So these are all strict functions we does. Sometimes we also write the proper codes and all. So it is handle those things. Okay. So I'll be just check one by one guys daily. Right now we have this keyword is used to the strict. So let me run this guy, and I'll be stopping guys here. Have some facing some issues with my video script. Okay, fine, it's fine till here. So allow the undefined. Okay, undefined. Yield and all fine. So till here we done, and we'll go for this keyword next. What is this keyword, guys? Yeah, this keyword means that we are the object, the current class, the current object we are fetching with this keyword only. Using this we can current object we can fetch. So like in Python also this keyword, the way it works same, but I'll show you this keyword in JavaScript. D6dd 5dd 5dd. So here I have created one const object, person object has this the data and full functions with, and in functions what we return that this dot. So current object data, it has these functions and this dot first name, this guy, and this dot. And if we call these functions, will we get right the answer of person dot full name? We'll get persons dot full name, right? Let it be, and we are getting this guy, not first name. Okay, here is some challenges you have. See, I'm getting John Doe, fine. So let's next what is the note? This is in method. When you use to object method, this refers to object. It is object. Example of top of the page, this refers to the person object, and this because of full name method is a method of the person's object. So this is more important, guys, and will be discussed in that next video. And just I'm stopping here only, and again I'll be start this keyword again. Okay, I'm just ending.